and find something you're passionate about besides Ziggy. Hey, Alicia. You're the wiener. Yay. Oh, you're like the wiener of second place, too. First and second place wiener. Hey, Warrior Bunny. Thank God. What, were you over there watching Daisy? I don't even know what's going on over there, really. Just that I guess there's some drama going on around those parts of the tube. She's on a rant. Oh, look how cute Bandit looks in his little sticker. Arkansasy posted with 4 little bandits. You blocked Can Can? I called Ziggy Hill today. What do you mean you called Ziggy Hill today? Or I heard you called Ziggy Hill today. You can't hear me, Tertiel? Okay, good. Yeah, you probably just had something muted. Started to feel kind of sick to my stomach, like right when I was going live. I'm like, are you serious? But you know, I'm on here for at least an hour. Ziggy Hill. Oh, I was named as Ziggy Hill. Oh, is that from Tiffany Marie? That sounds something like childish that she would do. Was that who it was? That does seem like, I mean, it's not really that clever, really. I mean, and it's not even funny, though. Doug? Wow. That's even more like pathetic. He's supposed to be a comedian, and that's all he has is Ziggy Hill. Hey, Vanessa. Yeah, but watch. They'll be the first ones to contact them or contact him. These same people. Actually, they probably won't even admit it. I really doubt that. I don't know how much Fred would talk to him, but it would be interesting. No. Oh, I didn't listen to that. I didn't listen to it. But somebody was telling me about it just a little bit ago. And it's exactly like what I thought it would be. How many times now, though, has no, he didn't mention me, Tina Bobina. And it wasn't even Ronnie Lawson, from what I hear. Hey, RJ. May have been a deputy sheriff. I don't know. I didn't listen to it. I just know it was like a guy. Because I knew what it would be. I knew it would just be somebody calling in. It's not really about what they're calling in about. They're just calling in to try to don't they already know about the call situation. And Doug knows that because he's already called them about the situation. So why is he calling it again? And like the guy said, from what I was relayed to me, is that Fred Hill was placed on restriction until they could get it handled and find out, who the person was, the lady in question being me, I guess. And now he can go back to his regular scheduled visits. And what they did is just blocked me from contact with Fred. And that's just it. That's all that's happened, guys. I don't think he said it was Ronnie Lawson. He probably did call up there. But because from what I hear, the guy kept saying, okay, like we've got it handled, basically, and the person can't contact Fred anymore, and he's not in trouble at all. He's not on restriction in any type of trouble. I don't know exactly why I'm blocked. I guess, thank you, Vanessa. I don't know exactly, guys, what would be the reason that I got from what I hear, it wasn't. I don't know the reason because it was not in the rules that you could not record it. However, somebody was telling me it wasn't even. Somebody said it was because he was on YouTube. The inmates aren't allowed to be on YouTube. Well, I don't know if they realized he wasn't streamed live or anything like that, so I don't know. But I still don't know. But you guys, it doesn't matter. They're allowed to take the privileges for whatever reason they want, so it doesn't matter. I mean, I know basically why, because they don't want that information out there because they have, for one, they're going to have a bunch of people like they've had calling up there, bringing them aware of a situation that they've already been called about 20 million times. Hey, Michelle Reed. Oh, you don't even think it was a real? Well, I didn't listen to. Oh, the video was his. Oh, said sheriff. So that's okay. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them, but as far as it being fake, but I don't. From what I hear, it doesn't sound like it because the guy was like, just like we got it handled. Fred's not in trouble. His privileges should be lifted any time. We got it handled. And here's Doug, like supposedly just like, yeah, that girl. Why would she do that? That's illegal. I know. She gets like that. Do you guys think that Dawn really did go to probation today? Oh, and I also listened to Cracking Cases little short that they put out, which is it's correct. What was said is $25,000 per charge. Yes, but oh, I didn't know Smiley was live. But it is 10% of that. So if each charge is 25,000, it's 10%. So 2,500, which is 5,000. That's where the confusion is coming in. And according to Fred, the bondsman is going to let him. There's a bondsman that he spoke to that will let him out for 2,500. So this is Cracking Cases little video they did about to bond amount proof, which is true, but some people just don't know about the whole 10% thing and how that all works. Laura's bail is she's still in jail. But she's looking like she's a flight risk, I guess. According to somebody who did call a bondsman about Laura to see, what they could work, what the bondsman said. And basically, because of her being a flight risk and they won't do the 10% thing. So hers is 2,000, like, and something with the fee. I guess there's some fees. Otherwise, she could get out for like 200 or something if it wasn't for those like past failure to appears. Why did she call his probation on? Was he not allowed to be there, Tracy? Hey, Ava. Good to see you here, too. Hey, green eyes. Yeah, I watched Don B's little video. He said there was no flyers. That's definitely believable. There really isn't. I did see when I was down. I mean, yes, the flyers that you guys see everywhere near Ben Hill Road and stuff, a lot of those are the same ones that have been there for a while. Even the little Paw Patrol was there, like, I think every trip that I have been down there. There's been this little Paw Patrol guy on one of the little signs at the end of Ben Hill Road. Oh, I did. I asked if Andy was, and he said, so did he not get permission to leave, or wouldn't he think? I mean, obviously he knows that his probation officer is going to find out that he's in Arkansas. They're on YouTube all the time. So is that really a real thing? He actually went to Arkansas without telling his probation officer, knowing that it was going to be all over YouTube? That'd be really, really dumb. No, I didn't see it, Rue. But I'm going to have to pull it up. Was it on Prayer Gardens last night? They said PG just wants Don and can't have him, and that's why she doesn't like can't she. He had permission. Oh, well, they you can't just Ziggy. You can't just you have to post your license and stuff, Green Eyes. You can't just like go under any email and contact Fred or whatever. He left without permission. Hey, wise old lady. I saw one of your comments in Daisy's. Like you were trying to I don't know if it was something that somebody said in the chat but I appreciated it because it was correct information. And it's true. I don't really talk bad about somebody or about anybody unless oops. Hold on, I think the little munchkins got stuck in here. Are you in here? Where are you? What are you doing, you silly gooseling? What are you doing? Come on. What are you doing back here, bud? Silly gooseball. You silly gooseball. Come on. Oh, poor baby. Hold on. Everybody wants to see you. Hold on. So, Bandit. I went in my bedroom because I heard a little bark. And I'm like, what the heck? And I keep my door closed. And I was like, what the hell? Is Bandit in there by himself? And I go in there and I look at this big pile of dirty clothes. And there's Bandit in the dark room by himself, looking like a wet rat because Caitlin gave him a bath because he had a little dingleberry on his butt. Hold on, let's show him. Hold on. No. Hold on. Look at him. He looks like a wet rat. You're not cute. There. Sit. Here, I'll cover you up. Sit. Been in there by yourself for a while. Here, I'll put you I'll cover you up like that. Hold on. Let me move that comment so you guys can see. Oh, and Caitlin let Athena in here too. Are you gonna say hi, Athena? Are you gonna say hi or not? She's like, is mommy coming in too? I don't think so. Yeah, this guy's. I'm not really dressed appropriately for. So that's why I'm. You gonna come up here? Well, don't step on him because you know you're like. Oh, come on. Come up here. There we go. No. Sit. No, you're trying to get Bandit. Bandit is he's swaddled right now. He's swaddled. Okay. All right. He's so cute. Is that a Pomeranian? Yeah, it is, Michelle. You like the book in the background? Yeah. One of you guys got that for me. Mara got that for me before she was mad at me. Oh, Tina's coming and give me hugs. There's no federal probation. No, it would be like parole or something, wouldn't it? Hold on. Maybe if I go, let's see. I could probably go behind that chair and talk to you guys. Okay. I just had to wrap a towel around my face. You better talk to your audience. You're not entertaining very well. Watch this. He is such a beaut. Did he have to do a drug test today? You named it Daisy May? Oh, is it from, did you name it Daisy after Daisy from Crime Critters channel? Like she names all her cows like after us? I don't know if she really does that. I heard she has a bull named Benny. Did you poo-poo in your diaper? Let's check the baby's diaper. Did baby poo-poo? I'm just kidding. He doesn't wear a diaper. But he smells like doo-doo. Nope. Okay. Hey, crazy girl oddities. Hey, Sheba Mom. And Nurse Sandy. What? If I were younger, I would have rode the bull named Biddy. Oh, but you gotta be careful with that. Yeah, he has. I don't know. No comment, right? Nope.
don't comment. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. Okay? Are we having a staring contest? Me and Athena have staring contests all the time. Okay. Not that bull. Hell no, he is the one that named her. And she is a shepherd. Did you just poo-poo? Did you just poo? Did you just poo-poo? It's just little baby poo-poos. It's different than big poo-poos. Even though you're not really a puppy, but we can pretend. You're so gorgeous. Okay, we'll come back around here. Okay. Thank you, Nikki. He really is. Haley Cummings. Misty did 15 years in federal prison selling pills to a federal snitch. Who's that? Misty, what? Wait. The feds set up Ronald Cummings and Misty. Wouldn't that be crazy if Don and Candace... It would be very confusing if they just suddenly, pulled a Fred Hill. Like, next thing we know, Don's in jail for selling and maintaining a dwelling, and then like a week later Candace is arrested for possession, and then we got like half of Ben Hill Road up at the jail. That would be really confusing. It's okay, Bandit. The staring contest was over. The staring contest has been over for a while. Why are you still staring?
You pooped in the refrigerator. And you ate a whole wheel of cheese?
That's amazing.
Actually, I'm not even mad. It's amazing.
Yeah. Good job. That's why I want to rename him Baxter. Little dog too. Not this little doggy. Not this little doggy.
Debbie C, it is a possibility. I mean, he is definitely a cute thing. That's for sure. I said it about a day or two ago on here that I thought I was going to keep. I think I'm going to keep him. And it all happened by accident. Ronald got out and went back shortly after. Fed time you do every day. That's true. You're still staring at me. Tommy said Judy said Summer was grabbing herself a few days before she got gone, which I don't know what that exactly means. This whole Yeah, we were dog sitting for him. That's how that all happened. That's how this all began. That is true. And it's been like 2 months now or something. And I swear that he's like 2 pounds heavier than he was when he first got here. And his birthday is September 22nd. Well, this is not One Love. I'm not really photo ready right now, but Bandit always is. He's photogenic. Except when he gets out of the shower. Then he's not so as photogenic, but he is, isn't he, Tater? Well, they can't spend time with him like, I mean, it won't be free, Debbie. He's not wouldn't be a cheap one, but they're not able to spend the time with him that they would like to. He does probably need. Come here, Band-Aid. Band-Aid. That's weird, Kelly. He does. Yeah, he does have a few mats sometimes that we have to cut out, Debbie. And Caitlin likes, and well, actually, he pretty much has to be given a bath weekly at least. Sometimes more recent or more because of, his hair. He gets dingleberries nonstop. And sometimes it's even worse than that. Like, thanks to the person that sent me this Thank you, One Love, for the screenshots. You know, I kind of looked at it like I felt like he was kind of sent to me by Jim. That's how I felt, just because of the timing of it and stuff. And he's been really healing for me, so, and I've got really attached to him in a short time. Affirminator. You know what, too, WC? Supposedly the little store that's right next to here is getting, well, it hasn't been open for a while. Actually, the owner of this place, this house, his family owns that little store. But they're closing it down and they're going to make it into like a dog parlor, which will be cool because we could take Athena there to get her nails trimmed, because I can't. No, Athena is the worst to try to trim her nails. It's okay, One Love. I know, that's the thing, Lulu. They do. Speaking of, they do, yeah. And he gets Athena going. So I've been having him sleep with me though at night. So it's kind of kept down on the barking at night, but because then Athena and Bandit will be separated. Because it's usually Bandit that gets Athena going. Shush! Doug's call is just, it's nothing from what I hear. Aw, thank you, One Love. Thank you for the Cashapp. Appreciate it. Are you? I guess it is kind of late. No, I just can't talk to Fred, I guess. And from what I hear, it's not even about the recording of the call. It's about it being on YouTube. Like, I don't even know. What are you doing? Hold on. But no, it's everything's fine. He's getting his restrictions are in the process of getting reinstated. So hopefully, what would be funny though is if let's see what creators try to get a hold of Fred now that they threw a fit about me putting out stuff online. It will be the same creators that threw a fit that are in there, trying the hardest to get a hold of Fred, I bet. Which I say, I guess, go for it. I don't know how much. I don't have anything to compare it to because nobody's ever talked to him before, so I don't know how it will go. Probably because of this whole situation with the people, making a huge deal out of the phone call. Why is it okay for some to post on YouTube and not others? I don't know if Doug did the same thing. Probably.
They're all hypocrites, so it would make sense. Well, it can be there where they have their ass saved every time, and it does not matter the reason they give to restrict all or part of the inmate's privileges, is where it says, phone calls and visitations are a privilege, not a right. And they don't have to have a reason to take them away. It doesn't matter that I read the rules and it doesn't say anything about me recording. It doesn't say I can't record. It doesn't say anywhere in the rules that. But I was also expecting that. I mean, I'm not like a lot of these YouTubers on here who would have been like, why am I blocked? And making a huge deal like they had no idea why they're blocked and stuff. No, I know how jails are. You don't get a explanation on things usually. Well, in the call today, from what I hear, One Love is that he's not in any trouble at all. They just had to restrict him completely until they got the issue narrowed down to who it was that put it out, which would be me. And so they already blocked me, but I guess that they wanted to just check out the situation to see. I don't know. They could have just. I really feel like they should have gave me a warning. And been like, okay, if you put anything out, again, then you'll lose. But it is what it is. I don't get to make the rules or get to decide it. It's totally fine. Right. And especially, Kelly, if Fred's putting out there, which he was, and he wanted me to too. He was encouraging. The one thing he really wanted me to put out there, that's probably why he was so open with what he was talking about, because he thought it would. He has those inmates in there making him think that he has a chance of getting out if he can make a big deal about what happened to him while he was sleeping, according to him. But see, according to the staff, I think they're trying to say that he tried to unalive himself. Oh, thank you, Aggie. It's okay. I mean, we knew that was going to happen from the start. Well, thanks, Mama, for Mom 2 for. It takes guts, especially when you have to say, oh, crap, like, what if Fred does know something, like, and has kept something quiet for. I don't believe he's involved. I really don't. Okay, I don't. And I know many of you, it's changing people's minds to thinking that maybe he does know something or
it's just so hard for me to believe that he would be able to keep something like that to himself for a long period of time. In February, still kind of a long time to hold information. I just wish I could know the details, which I'm sure all of you guys wish. We all want the details, but he's in a regular block right now. According to that phone call, anyways, from what I'm told. No. Now, remember, Dawn did go down there the night Summer went missing, which is so odd. Of all people, think about it. Your child just goes missing. Think how, like, where your mind would be going and running. More than likely, you're going to want to be with your spouse, right? Your family, because with something so personal. No, not Don. He goes, according to him, down to the local meth dealer and decides to hang out, but tries to paint it as, oh, I'm just trying to, Fred Hill hears everything down there. I know. I think he probably is. No, I'm sure he's blocked from calling me too. Hopefully you can get a hold of him, Kathy. Have you tried to make a new visit? He'd probably like to hear from you. That is true. Fred did say he thought he didn't even we don't even know what exactly this information is that Fred is talking about. And maybe if we did, we could understand a little bit more, some context, and how possibly Fred may have just shrugged it off just like, the guy seemed to have the alcohol problem near the end of his life and was still using drugs. And I'm talking about cotton. So maybe, who knows? Maybe the guy was drunk and saying some crazy stuff. And so maybe because the guy was drunk or messed up on whatever, Fred just was like, didn't take it seriously. I didn't know he was saying that, but there are people. Orange is the New Black is a prison, but that is not. Well, I don't know. Jail is worse. From everybody that I've heard who's experienced them both,
most people would much rather be in prison. I know it's crazy because you would think a prison would be more of a punishment, but it's actually, people are out there lighting fireworks, and it's now there's fire trucks. Like, I don't know what happened. It's almost 4th of July, guys. Is she really saying that? But this week on Doug's call, they told him that Fred had an in-person visit. Really? It is strange that, from what I've heard from you guys, I have not heard it myself because I have not seen Candace or Dawn anywhere on the tube in the last few days. But I'm hearing rumblings that Candace has now stated she saw another guy with Fred that day or something. It's so strange to me that any detail would be missed like that. It's so strange how all Daisy's peeps take cotton till. Yeah, I was disappointed by that, but I can see why people would think that too, I guess, because it's like, because people are thinking, well, how did Fred know? And also, like, how long has he known? And yeah. He didn't imply to me, Kelly, it sounded like just like how I asked right beforehand about, I was like, are you talking about Andy Bernard? And he's like, well, he might be involved, but there's somebody else that. So it sounds like if Cotton's involved, I mean, he's just one of like many. And it doesn't even seem like Cotton would be the one that did something directly to Summer, is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it would be I'm thinking he was, if he was a mover, if anything. I don't think it would be Cotton who did some. God, who knows? Gosh, this stuff is like, now it's even more confusing. Just when you think you get your theory kind of narrowed down, then something like this happens, you know? And it questions everything. I heard somewhere that Cotton experienced several aneurysms, which makes sense because Fred said he hadn't been right since. Yes. R&R induced like schizophrenia, right?
he said he prayed that God strike Peachy dead. They have a weird freaking relationship. Oh yeah, that's true. But you just reminded me to mention something though. So the last time I was in Rogersville, which would have been January of this year, that is when we found out the name for sure. It was Chad Arnold. I think it was I don't know. We might have found out the name a little bit before then of the guy that Fred was talking about who had seen Candace. But I went everywhere trying to find Chad. And even Haskell Rhines helped me. Haskell Rhines took me around to different places, helping me find Chad. And then I even wrote my phone number on like pieces of paper to give to several members of his family. And then when that didn't work out, I went over to Chad Arnold's mom, Chad and Jason Arnold's mom, myself, to ask her over there in Church Hill. Well, he did get my messages because it got back to him because Fred told me, or it was Laura that told me, Chad told her to tell me that she was driving down there or wasn't walking, that Candace was driving down there, not walking. I don't understand why Chad couldn't call me. That makes me, now with all this stuff, it's like, why didn't he just, I mean, I understand people don't want to get dragged into this and stuff, but kind of reminds me of like a Marlena Crawford move. And it's just like, man, is she, and I know they're probably he's probably into some other illegal things, allegedly. And maybe that it could just be something like that. Or just the fact that he maybe doesn't want to even talk to me. I mean, guys are sometimes weird like that. They don't want to get into this internet drama. He told me to keep my head up? Or it wasn't me telling him to keep his head up? I do know he said, I love you. He says that. He does. He's done that. It just makes me uncomfortable. And it's not because of him or anything. It's just, but a lot of people in the South, that's what they do. They, they look at their neighbors as their sisters and brothers, and we're supposed to love one another. And, but me, I'm just more weird about that word, I guess. I think that's what Fred was getting at. Oh, I know. She has said some really, really, really horrible things. I mean, some things, and I'm talking about PG, and I'm not even trying to get in, it is horrible for him to wish death upon her, but she says things sometimes that will be like, oh my God, did she really just say that? Things that seem completely unforgivable. And for some reason, like, people just expect it with her, but somebody like me, oh my God.
I'm in the South and find it uncomfortable too. Yeah, I mean, I told him that he's like a brother to me. Well, I'm sure he doesn't feel. I'm sure he appreciates somebody out here, advocating for him. But I'm only going to advocate what I feel is the truth, or I'm only going to stand up for what I believe is the truth, And I would just really hate to find anything that would show he is involved. Because I would unfortunately, obviously have to sever any type of support or help to him ever again. But I don't believe I'm going to stay confident that he's not involved until I have proof otherwise. She does reap what you sow. You're right. Cotton Simpson's mom's maiden name was Arnold. Yeah. K Crime has tried to. She's tried to explain it to me. Yeah, Chad Arnold and Jason Arnold are related to Cotton Simpson. It's all so weird. Oh, okay. So, Kathy, the person who had an in-person set up for him I think you said for today, for Fred, that was just a test run. He didn't actually have one. Unless it was somebody else. Because somebody was testing to see if they would let them schedule a visit with Fred in person, or if it was just me that it wasn't allowing. I'd say Fred and Laura are like friends to me. I mean, we don't talk like that much though. I definitely talk to any of you way more than I talk to them. The inmates talking in the background. See, I need to relook Stacy at that, because that's what I hear is that a few people have now mentioned that there was a couple inmates that were seemed to stick around and pay attention to what Fred was doing. They could have just been bored, because I'm sure. I have been in jail before, so I know it is extremely boring. I hope I am gonna go, because I knew I would only be on here for an hour, because I started feeling like it's kind of been a long day. But I'm going to be, let's see, Sunday. I'm going to be on the Burn Barrel show. Sunday evening. So mark your calendars. The Burn Barrel show. I think it's 8 p.m. Eastern time. So, I think so too, Betty. And it was not even a thought in my mind to get a pup. I don't know. I was looking pretty rough that day, but they hadn't seen any females for a little while, so maybe. They tend to get a little desperate after being in there a few days. Aw, thank you, Celia Brand. He looks like a little bear. Little panda bear. And he lets me hold him like a baby. And he'd probably let me put little diapers on him too if I had any. But then it would just smash his poop right into his fur. And what's the point of that? All right, guys. I'm going to go, but who knows if I can't go to sleep? But I say this every time and it never happens. Well, that's not true. It does happen sometimes. I need to go live on my backup channel. I haven't been live on that forever. And I was going on there pretty regularly. I haven't even really been doing any readings. I haven't even done any readings on the Roy Cotton Simpson. I start to, and then I just get distracted. What'd you say, Aggie? Oh, yeah. About the maiden name was Arnold? Yes. That's true. Sorry, Michelle Davis. You're about to ask when I'm going on my backup. Oh, gosh. Talk about they block that in a second. Hope you come back on board. I'm sorry. Hopefully something cools on. I mean, it's getting to be about that time. I think Smiley just went live. Daisy, Because those people keep calling down there, Tennessee Poppy. I don't know. There was no rules that said anything like that, but they're allowed to do that. If people call up there and make a big stink about it, yeah, they don't have to give any reasons on why they block somebody. But did you hear the cards? Yes. It's funny. Right here. All right. Good night, guys. We'll talk tomorrow.